creative skills and responsibilities are required for every profession. So, writing for television script is not exception to it. So, what are the sense of responsibilities required? What are the sense of creativity is required while writing a television scripts? Now, let's understand and discuss on these aspects. Creative skills and responsibilities are important factors in broadcast writing style. The job of screenwriting can entertain if you love the profession. So far as skill set are required, script writers should have the following traits. Script writers should have good command over language where they can present the facts, they can narrate the story in a better way. Script writers should be creative in nature, they should have good imaginational skill, they should be creative enough to understand a scene to present in a better way, in an effective way to the viewers. They should have good observational skills. They can create the scene in a better way so that it can penetrate the minds of viewers. They should be passionate about the stories and programs. This drives them to make their programs from good to better. Script writers should have a strong command over the language in which the program is to be produced. They should be very creative nature. They should be consistent with their writing works. Even though writing involves creative process, consistency is required in every profession. They should have minimum interpersonal skills which are essential for the process of various programs. Since we know that scripting for television requires a lot of creative skills, lot of responsibilities required, but there should be a need of interpersonal skill on the part of script writers, because to write a script in an effective way needs of collaborative effort. To make it a better collaboration, interpersonal skills is of utmost required. So, in this concern, script writers should have good and enough and adequate interpersonal skills, which is lot of impact on the script writing. Suffice to say, script writers are an integral part of the production team of television broadcasting. They are required to create the characters, write dialogues, make storylines for any television programs. As script writers, they possess certain responsibilities. Doing research is very much required for writing a good story, right? To write a good story demands research has to be conducted, because research will give enough ideas and perspective to the writer to go and enter to a new horizons of presentations. Making framework or treatment for the process of screenplays, write or create or adopt a story into a script. Meeting the program executive to pitch or endorse the screenplays and ideas. Blending the visual elements with dialogue. Working cohesively with the producers and directors as per the requirement. So, as you know that scripting and the production of television program is not a standalone work. To make it an effective program, effective television news or effective teleserial or effective soap operas, interpersonal skills are required. You should talk to people, you should do a research, you should raise lot of facts and a perspective to the viewers. Now it's a time to understand what are the broadcasting principles and practice. Why it is essential to understand these aspects of scripting for television. So what are the layouts, what are the guidelines for this practice and responsibilities? Now let's discuss those points and layouts. The broadcasting principle and practice remain important aspect of a television script. When someone writes scripts for television, the following are to be kept in mind. Trust. The broadcasting should adhere to the sense of trust. It should pay maximum attention to earn the trust of audiences and the society in totality. Independence. The management and employees of the broadcasting agency should be independent in terms of production, distribution of programs. There should be proper guidelines to be laid down between social messages and commercial messages. Of course, generating revenues by producing various programs through ethical practices should not be a constraint. Accurate and truthfulness. The broadcasting should be accurate and truthful. The contents in television should be factual without any distortion. It should not mislead the audience. impartiality with plurality. The broadcasting should be maintained with a sense of impartiality. On a given event of matter, the broadcasting should reflect on every facet of it. Without succumbing to prejudice, it should attempt to cope with various diverse views on any event. Above all, fairness needs to be maintained in various programs. Caring for social values. Since media has the sense of social responsibility, the broadcasting should pay heed to social values. Specific elements are pulling back to society. As per societal values, the broadcaster should maintain this dimension. The content should be caring for the freedom of speech and expression, religious harmony, safeguard of human rights and the like. Protecting the privacy. Broadcasting should be very much conscious in terms of protecting the privacy of individuals or communities. Unless the public interest is advocated, it should not interfere in anybody's privacy. Any investigation has to be exercised with an adequate amount of precautions. The idea of transparency, the broadcasting should adhere to maintain accountability in terms of producing or distributing any programs to the public. There is no doubt that adhering to accountability leads to gaining of trust of audience and society as well. What we have discussed now, these are the sense of responsibilities and broadcasting practice that a script writer should be equipped. When someone is scripting for television, these layout, these pointers has to be really practiced while scripting, because otherwise it is going to create a certain kind of vacuum in society. This session was all about writing a television script. So what we covered is that how a television news is different from radio news, how a television program is different from radio news, how the scripting to responsibilities and how the target audience has to be kept in mind. These all are the essential parameters and layout and pointers that we have discussed in a very nitty-gritty way. It is clear that the scripting of television is different from that of radio. Writing television scripts remains an important part in television program. Lot of care has to be exercised while scripting the television news. For an effective script for television, both creative and the sense of responsibility are required. Target audience is an important factor while scripting for television. As you know that target audience plays an important factor in any programs, be it radio program or television program. So while scripting, the script writers should be very much conscious and should pay maximum attention who is the target audience, what they want, how they are going to meet the interest and desired goals of the target audience. This has to be highly paid while you are scripting something for radio or television, per se any broadcasting program. Duration of radio, language, video and coherence between the text and visuals has to be linked to the target audience. Broadcasting principles has to be maintained and adhered while scripting and producing any television program. Hope you all have enjoyed the session on how we are going to write a script for television programs. Thanking you all.